Okay then. We're reacting to Dana White finally reacts to Jake Paul and Anderson Silva's fight, and he's mad, really.
In our last video, we looked at the potential spectacle between Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez, and for those who don't think it'll happen, I'm telling you now, it most definitely will. Just give it a year or two. One man that has been very critical of Jake Paul's boxing career thus far is Dana White. Whatever Jake does, Dana will never credit the guy, and in today's video, we'll be checking out his latest response to the Silva fight. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video for the full details. When the Jake Paul vs Anderson Silva fight was first announced, the entire MMA UFC community, including Dana White, routed against Jake. But slightly before this, Dana called out Jake and was confused why he wouldn't call out Silva at the time who beat Chavez Jr., a former world champion.
You ain't gonna see Jake Paul calling Anderson Silva out. That I fucking promise you. He's his size, and he's actually good. He's old, which is what Jake Paul likes to fight old guys. But he likes to fight old guys that are too small and you know, and that are absolutely positively washed up. Hey Jake,
take the kid out.
Hey Jake, Anderson's out. Anderson Silva's out. Jake.
And what is so good about this clip, when Jake beat Anderson Silva in his post-fight press conference, he said this.
Fucking guarantee you this. You ain't gonna see Jake Paul calling Anderson Silva out. Jake?
Dana? You said I wouldn't do this, and I did.
Dog has no top lip.
Dana White can suck this dick.
Bro, I was just looking at him. I thought he was like making his lips do that on purpose, but then I'm like, damn, this nigga really has no top lip.
And that has got to be one of the best feelings when the president of the UFC calls you out for ducking someone. You dominate the fight all 8 rounds, then essentially spit in his face after the fact. You gotta give Jake his props. Just to show you guys how many fighters from the UFC routed against Jake, you've gotta check out this clip.
Jake Paul loses in spectacular fashion. Jake Paul gets knocked out cold by Anderson Silva.
Taking the spider.
You don't just outstrike Anderson Silva. You don't just outbox Anderson Silva, regardless of his age. And when I got to make my prediction, I'm taking the former champ Anderson Silva.
Sell my body agrees with you, but I have to go with Jake.
I know you do.
His youth and his explosiveness, I think he might find a way to get done.
I'm with you on the prediction as well, though. I can't see Jake Paul getting out of 3. There's no chance. He's gonna realize what it's like fighting an actual striker. And he's gonna get bingoed.
It's so satisfying that every single one of them except Brendan Schaub got proved wrong. They were so certain that he would get either dominated or easily KO'd. And to be fair, Jake would beat all of them in a boxing bout, which is mad to think. Since Jake Paul got the W over Silva, Dana's been keeping very quiet, but has been sending cease and desist letters over the promo of the fight, which shows how insecure he is of Jake's career.
I saw that you tweeted Dana White was doing all he could to hurt promotion. Obviously, it didn't work, though.
It's not working. He's a dumbass. Like, he doesn't realize it just adds more fuel to the fire and just creates more articles, more buzz. If Dana White was smart, he would just leave me alone. Leave me the hell alone. But again, he's pissed off because I'm fighting one of the greatest UFC fighters ever, who he said I wouldn't fight. And now it's a big promotion. It's outshining damn near every UFC event this year, I think. He's got to be pretty pissed off about that.
It'll be interesting to see how far this Jake Paul versus Dana feud continues on for, especially with his United Fighters Association that he's planning on doing with Anderson Silva. Nate Diaz was at the Jake Paul versus Silva event but got kicked out early because he slapped a member of Jake's team in the hallway, which is a typical thing for him to do. But at least he's keeping it authentic. A couple of days back, Jake Paul tweeted in response to that, "Oh Nathan, coming into my dressing room before my fight, throwing drinks like a pussy. We'll settle this if you ever get out of your UFC contract. Until then, let's change the game. I got big plans. I invite you to join Anderson and I to launch the United Fighters Association." And a lot of UFC fighters gave Jake his props over the win with posts like, "Jake definitely works hard. Boxing Fight of the Year is gonna be an MMA guy versus a YouTuber. Jake was so impressive tonight that winning wouldn't even be a surprise. #respect. If you guys could pick Jake Paul's next fight, who would it be and why? It seems the frontrunners right now are Tommy Fury and Nate Diaz. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoveTube for future celebrity videos and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss.
Like he said, subscribe to me, like my shit, and see you guys later. Like that. Dana White reacted to, yeah, but he didn't really say anything. So yeah, I guess that comment was also right. See you guys. Bye.